All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick's on the Power. So I gave you guys my predictions on all the divisions at the 2018 Mr. Olympia, but I thought it would be cool to do a poll on my channel to let you guys predict who you think is going to win each category at the 2018 Mr. Olympia. So I wanted to do a video showing the results that you guys predicted. So first I wanted to show this poll here, which has 25,000 votes. And I asked, which division are you most excited for at this year's Olympia? And I was really surprised by this result. 64% said they were more excited for classic physique than any other division. Only 28% said men's open bodybuilding, 4% said 212, and 5% said men's physique. So 25,000 votes, I think, is a pretty big representation of the bodybuilding fan base. So I did a poll for classic, 212, and men's open. And because classic was most popular, we're going to start with the classic physique Olympia predictions from you guys. So you guys voted 68% in favor of Chris Bumstead winning the classic physique Olympia. Only 14% voted for Breon Ainsley. Only 8% voted for Reagan Grimes. And only 9% voted someone other than those three winning the Olympia. So very dominant opinion with 12,000 votes in favor of Chris Bumstead. So then I also did a follow-up poll on my Instagram to kind of confirm the results. And they were even more drastic in favor of Chris Bumstead, with 84% voting for Chris and only 16% voting for Breon Ainsley, and that had about 6,000 votes. So next up, we'll go over to the 212 predictions. 79% voted that Flexos is going to win the 212 Mr. Olympia. Only 3% voted for Jose Raymond. Only 7% voted for Ahmad Ashkanani. Only 3% voted Derek Lunsford, and only 8% voted other or for someone other than those four guys. So I agree with that. I think Flex is going to take 212 again this year, and it looks to be that Flex would be a pretty safe bet for the 212 Olympia. And we had 17,000 votes come in for that poll. So finally, we'll end on men's open bodybuilding. Who is going to win the 2018 Mr. Olympia? 74% voted for Phil Heath, only 16% voting for Big Ramy, only 4% voting for William Bonac, and only 6% voting other or someone other than those three guys. And we had 10,000 votes come in for that poll. And of course, for that poll, I did another follow-up on my Instagram with 80% voting for Phil Heath and 20% voting for Big Ramy. Again, about 6,000 votes coming in for that one. So I had showed the results to Phil Heath last night of these polls, and we were both kind of surprised about the fact that it was that heavily of a landslide in favor of Phil. Because like I said, if you read the comments on any of my Olympia videos, it's extremely negative towards Phil Heath in the comment section. But when it comes down to actually betting on a winner, it seems the majority of people are quick to vote for Phil Heath. And that's what I told Phil when we were talking last night. I said, I always say it's fun to talk about Big Ramy winning the Mr. Olympia because he's one of the biggest bodybuilders in history, if not the biggest. He's this big, freaky guy. It's fun to speculate that one day he's going to win the Mr. Olympia. It's fun to speculate that he's going to be the guy to bring down Phil. But I always say, would you bet on Big Ramy winning the Mr. Olympia? And most of the time when I ask that question, the answer is no. You're gonna bet on Phil Heath. If you're putting money on the Olympia, would you put serious money on Big Ramy or would you put serious money on Phil Heath? So those are the results of the polls as of right now. I thought it would be interesting to see your guys' predictions because you guys are the bodybuilding fans. And again, with the fan vote this year at the Olympia, I thought this would be kind of an interesting precursor to what's going to happen at the Olympia this year. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You can still go vote on all of those polls. They're all still active. You just got to go over to the community tab on my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.